Hey there, everybody. I'm going to make sure this is actually recording. It is. This is Mike with Soundstage EDU, and I want to let you know this is not a polished episode. I'm in a hotel room. Big surprise, right? Dragging my mic along with me and only really jumping in here when I feel like I have something that I need to talk about. So, we're going to talk about a whole lot of stuff that parents, you guys, have been swallowing for years. I mean, if you're a parent volunteer in band, theater, choir, guard, drumline, I mean, if you've ever raised your hand and then immediately regretted it, this episode is going to be for you. And listen, if you're just here for the hero stories, stick around, because I'm not just going to tell those. We're going to talk about everything. Why? Because I want the drama. I want the tension. I want to talk about the stuff that nobody posts because they're afraid it'll get screenshotted and come back and bite them in the butt. This podcast, this one right here, and several going forward, is about the volunteers who are out there carrying these programs on their shoulders, and the systems that they're operating under that are quietly but surely crushing them. This is going to be the start of a perpetual series. Parent voices, clips from our roundtables that we're doing now, one-on-one conversations with those of you that are brave enough to get on the Zoom with me. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and how did it actually get this bad? These aren't going to be curated stories. These aren't going to be sanitized. They're going to be real and raw. And they're going to come from you guys. And listen, I don't just want the success stories. I get it. Those are important too. We're going to have some of those. But I also want the conflicts, the meltdowns, those moments where you thought about quitting in the parking lot when you walked out of the meeting. If you nod in your head with that, you know exactly what I mean. Because here's the truth that none of us really want to talk about. Most volunteer burnout doesn't come from the kids. It comes from the adults. It comes from us. From silence, unclear roles, power struggles, or from being told this is just how it's always been done. And if that makes you uncomfortable, good. If you're listening to this and you're not following the show, pause. Hit follow right now. Listening is good. I want you to hear these things, but that doesn't build momentum. Following does. And this conversation needs momentum. After seeing what happened from just a simple post, this is something that needs to be talked about in length. And this series is only going to work if parents actually show up for each other. You guys do great showing up for the kids. But we also need to show up for one another. Share this episode. Post it in your parent group. Let's get people moving in this direction. Send it to the one volunteer who's always doing too much. If someone gets mad about it, it probably means it needed to be said. And listen, if you've got a story, messy, awkward, or I can't believe that actually happened, I want it. Not to shame anyone, but to finally talk about the patterns that we keep pretending aren't actually there. You can be anonymous. You can be raw. You can be honest, because this space needs that honesty. This is not going to be a highlight reel podcast series, because here's what I know. It's what, February? Probably not even thinking about it, but guess what, guys? Fall is coming. And if we don't start fixing how we treat volunteers right now, we're going to be right back here next year asking why no one will help. This series is going to be about changing that trajectory for all of us. So follow the show, share the episode, submit your story, join the conversation before the chaos starts again. Because the kids deserve better. And you know that. I know that. We all know that. And so do the parents who show up for them. All right. It's late. I'm talking quiet because I'm assuming just everyone around me is asleep. But I'd take a moment to say this to you guys, to get this out there, to get the invite going, to get you guys moving this direction, to start sharing these stories. Like I said, you can be anonymous. It is safe to come here and talk about these things. We can hop on a Zoom together. We can talk about it. You can give me feedback on what you do and do not want to be shared. But these conversations are important. You know that. When I opened up a small roundtable Zoom and limited my registration to 40 people, and the fact that that registration filled up in less than a day tells me a lot. And most of you all know that I do live event production for a living. And for a period of time, everything we did was virtual. Everything was done online. And there was a very real, very true, tried and tested statistic that came out around doing virtual symposiums and virtual anything, really. And that was, no matter how many people registered, on average, 30 to 35% of those people would actually show up, even if they paid to do it. And of the 40 people that registered, I had over 30 of you show up. 75%. In all my years of doing this, that has never happened. That alone tells me that we have a lot to talk about. We had a great discussion on that Zoom. And now we're going to continue to have that discussion in depth for as long as we need to have it. If that means I derail the rest of the content, the rest of the things that I've planned for this show, that's fine. Because this right here that we're dealing with right now, that we're seeing right now in our space, is the most important thing. The people, the humans that are supporting the kids, the adults that are supporting the kids. Without you guys, this doesn't happen. So send me an email, soundstageedu@gmail.com. Go to the website, soundstageedu.com, and register to be a site member. Sign up for the newsletter. That's where that information is going to go out. That's where the registration is going to go out first when we start launching into these. I'm going to say we're going to start every couple of weeks right now. And some of you that know me personally know I'm extremely busy right now. I'm traveling a lot, doing a lot of events all over the country. That's why the podcast really slowed down. Also had some family issues in there, but that doesn't matter. Even though I don't know you all personally, you are my family. We're all in this together. I am your advocate. I'm your ally. And I want to help you guys figure this out. Not just for you, for me too. I'm president of a board of parents. It's hard. I'm there with you guys, and I need you to understand that. It's just not some dude with a microphone and a chip on his shoulder. I love these kids. I love all your kids, even though I don't know them. I would do anything to help your kids experience what I did growing up. That's why I do this. So like I said, send us an email, register at the site, Let's have some discussions together.